What's up, folks? How's it going? This is Timon from Timonspodcast, the owner of Timonspodcast Network, which you're currently listening to, and I have a special episode for all of you. Black J. I've been following him on Twitter for a minute. We have mutual friends. I've listened to his music in the past, and I really enjoyed it, specifically Coal Miners. When he dropped that little gem on the timeline, I was like, whoa, he is talented. And then I saw him on Twitter recently hyping up his new album, which is now out, called ChangeZ with a Z. If you go and look at our show notes here, you'll see all that info. And again, we talk a little bit about it in the podcast here coming up, about which songs to listen to, what kind of went into. I mean, you should listen to them all, really. But which ones I enjoy, which ones he enjoys, all of that fun stuff. So those will be in the show notes below. Make sure to go listen to that. I really just encourage you to take a little bit of time and listen to his music because it is phenomenal. Jay is a wonderful individual. I'm glad I got to sit down and talk to him. I really love the fact that, one, he's local to the Goshen area, and two, he's creating something just beautiful. A lot of people in our area are consumers. I think, my personal opinion, Jay is a creator, and he's bringing that good content, and I wanted to share that with my audience and anyone else. And so, if you're new to the podcast, let me just run you real quick through what I do. I have multiple different podcasts. This is the Timonspodcast, and this is where I long-form interview people. And then I have the Timon and Lincoln Show, where my buddy Lincoln and I, we sit down and just talk about nothing and have a great time. And then I have the Dadcast, which is my dad, who is a fountain of wisdom, which I wanted to share with you, and we just kind of talk about deep spiritual stuff. And so, go ahead and go look through my catalog if you enjoy any of that. Feel free to listen. If not, go ahead and comment. Tell me why you don't. Anyways, let's get to the real content. And this is Black J. Let's get this started. Okay, we're gravy, dude. Welcome, man.
Thank you for having me.
You're here. You made it.
I have.
That's good.
I have.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, hey, everyone. This is Timonspodcast. Welcome to another special Timonspodcast. I have here Jay, or find him on anywhere music can be found. Black J, blkk J, right?
Correct.
Did you go Black J, or is there something other?
Nah, it's Black J.
Okay.
That's what it is. Yep.
Okay, but without any vowels.
No vowels, man. We took them all out.
Yeah. Or a C, but you doubled the K with a C.
Yeah, we took the AC out. That's why I'm hot as a bitch.
There we go. Is like that really the? Nah.
So actually, it was blkk in the beginning.
Okay.
Because the first actual rap name was Jay the Black Soul.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Jay the Black Soul.
Jay the Black Soul. So I got that name because when I first started. Sorry guys, I'm opening a beer.
No, this is what the listeners like is when you open
ASMR.
ASMR. I start most of my podcasts by popping a beer open.
Okay. But so it's Jay the Black Soul, and I when I started rapping in high school and shit like that, I didn't really have a rap name. And I really didn't know if I wanted to do it or not. I mean, it was definitely like, hey, like I'm really good at this and shit like that. There's a chick that I was dating from like my freshman to my sophomore year. And when she dumped me, I was like,
mistake,
man, devastated, man. But she was like a senior and shit like that. So my dumb ass was like on Facebook, just writing like my post. I was doing like these little poems, trying to get her back.
Yeah. And
she never paid attention to any of them. But one day, like, I was sitting back and I was looking at it and I was just like, well, I'm pretty good at this rap shit, bro. Like, I said, man, fuck her, man. I'm just going to rap, dog. So
it started in high school?
Yeah, starting high school. Like, I've always been writing. Like, I have a couple cousins that, like, they've always wanted to be rappers, which I always thought that's a strange dream for, like a 10-year-old. Like, dog, you be a firefighter, you know what I'm saying, anything else, but you want to rap? I was like, all right, whatever. So I got that from them, like, the writing. But once I got to high school, that's when that like kind of amplified a little bit more. So over that summer of like 2010 going into 2011, I was like writing a lot more. And one of my homeboys, Kevin, he had like noticed, and we used to always talk about like Mos Def and Talib Kweli and like a whole bunch of hip hop and shit like that. And he was like the first white kid that I met that like likes that stuff. because at that time, bro, like shit, we're talking like 2010.
Yeah, Fetty Wap.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lil
Amigos,
Wayne and all that shit, like all way back in the day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Lil Wayne was for sure.
Way back.
When was
in the
Lollipop? 2006, 2008? Probably 2008. I think that was like height. Lil Wayne.
It was crazy. So when he was like, yeah, man, I like Black Star, like Mos Def, Talib, Jay-Z, Kanye. I was like, oh shit, like, are you black? You know what I'm saying? I used to ask him that. But yeah, so like we hung out a lot, and he asked me to come through. So go over to his parents' house, hang out with him, we chat and shit. And then one day, man, he was like, hey man, my brother wants my brother makes beats. Do you want to come over and record?
No way.
Yeah, I was like, man, hell yeah, dog. Like, I'll come over there. So, we're recording, doing a couple shits or whatever. And then he's like, hey, man, like, we could probably start working on a mixtape for you. And I was like, all right. So his brother, send me beats. Shout out to Bad Batteries, Brent. Thank you. Thank you so much. But, yeah, so, Kev was like, it's like, what's your rap name, man? And I was like, Jay. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah, bro. Like,
he's like, that's weak, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think I came over the next time, and he was like, I was kind of thinking, bro, like I Googled, Jay, and they were like some really bad rappers, man, named Jay. And like, I don't want you to get mixed in with that.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So you should come with something unique. So when he told me that, at the time in my head, I was just like, bro, you fucking lying. You just don't like that name. That's why you're telling me this shit.
Right.
But I'm glad he did it. You know what I'm saying? Because it stands out.
Did you kind of put some intentional thought into how you
yeah, so I think that is having that conversation made me think like, okay, if I'm going to do something, as far as like my name, it has to mean something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to come from somewhere. It can't be just like Lil J.
Right.
So
Lil J.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I was in class, and my art teacher, he used to listen to a lot of like hippie music and shit like that.
Yep.
But he also have his days where he's playing like funk.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, like
70s stuff?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
stuff that had like a vibe to it.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I used to always fuck with that. Like anytime we be in there drawing and shit, he play it, and I just like get this really good energy and shit. I'm like, I fuck with this shit, bro. This is cool. So
yeah.
I was like, man, I got a black soul and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Jay the Black Soul.
That's where it started.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's cool.
So that was that, and then I think somebody like a few years later, I was in Elkhart at Rap City and Green, and somebody was.
I've been there to that little island.
Yeah, so I like to call it UFC 88.
Really?
Yeah, bro, because every year there's a fight there. It's like y'all all that anger and tension that they build up over the year, they wait for that,
and then they go
fight.
No way. I didn't know that.
What I'm gonna start doing though, like if I'm gonna put my ear to the streets a little bit more and find out like who's
You're right.
Who's having trouble with each other.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna like make a match card and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Say like, yeah, match card, and then both give them like, hey, here's a free booth, and it's right next to their other free booth or something, right? And
we're gonna do a face off and everything, bro. Like
take bets for it and stuff, right?
Man, DraftKings is about to go crazy, bro.
Exactly. Have a couple plants with iPhones and then just live streaming it as it goes.
Going definitely. I'm gonna see if I can get what was that? Was that Triller?
That
shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
See if I can get in with
they're
them,
the
bro.
ones posting all the flights and stuff.
Oh, bro. $1 billion business right there, man.
At Rossi and Green.
Yeah. But yeah, there's this guy, like, he's a friend of mine. He had walked past me. He's joking around and shit like that. He was like, Jay the Black Soul's a bitch. And, I just shook it off. He was like, whatever. But I was like, man, I can't have the streets calling me Jay the Black Soul, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a superhero.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big name.
Yeah, it is. So I was just like,
which is okay, but it's a lot.
Yeah. And
featured by Jay the Black Soul. You can't even get that when you're looking at your Spotify.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't roll all the way across.
Yeah, and so this was like 2014 at that time, and that's when I was really like, we got to change it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on streams at all. Like I'm on SoundCloud and all that shit at that time. I'm at work. I worked for this company that used to build doors for Humvees and shit like that.
Okay.
And so
that's cool.
Sounds good on paper.
Yeah.
It was a bad experience.
Well, yeah, was it factory?
It was a factory.
Yeah.
It was a dumbass place.
Yeah.
I walked out. But anyway, so I was just like, you know what? Let me just shorten it. Let me see, like, Black J. But I was like, I don't want to just be like the color black.
Right.
So let's do like blkk. But like, what if someone asks like, why did you spell it like that?
Right.
So I was like, let me really think about this. Believe, love, and keep knowledge. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then like that was that, Black J. And then after a while I wanted to like shorten things. So I just took the A out, and then when I used to spell the J, it was Jay.
Oh, okay.
So I took that out too.
Oh, really? So yeah,
that was just blkk.
AC and AY out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
And then at that point, I was just like, let me make sure all the letters are lowercase because it humbles me and shit.
Do you do that for your track titles too? It looks like.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And if you text me, like everything's in lowercase a lot.
Yeah.
That's like.
That's probably sometimes my like phone like auto puts in like uppercase and just rain in the middle of a sentence.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
And I'm like, what? This is not supposed to be a proper noun or whatever. I'm just saying thank you.
Yeah, like I'm having that issue right now with the word can. So whenever I text can, it'll capitalize the C.
That's interesting.
And I'm like, wow, bro. It's gonna start off.
I wonder if it's like because Canadian. Anytime you like shorten it, it's capital CAN.
Okay.
Right? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's where my brain went to.
I can see that. I get it.
Yeah. Dude, I was gonna start out the podcast saying this. Damn, Jay, I really fuck with your music.
Yeah.
I gotta say sorry, Dad. But anytime I say something a little offensive on my podcast, I say sorry because my dad listens to all my podcasts.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Dad. But
sorry,
if you listen to your album, that is a reoccurring theme throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
I dig it.
Yes.
Because it's like it's at the start and it's the start and the end of, I feel like, both.
Yeah.
Maybe not right at the end, but
no, I think it's the second to last track I put it in there. The last one, St. Ice, didn't have it on there, and I didn't think of to do it because that was the first track I recorded for the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the last track was actually the first one, and that got recorded like, I'm gonna say sometime in March or April. My boy Ricky from South Bend, shout out to NSGTS. He had sent me that beat.
Same Ricky that works with Abe?
No.
Okay,
it's a different Ricky. Yeah, this guy's from South Bend, like a little older than me and shit.
Okay.
Really dope producer, man. Like, he had sent me the beat, and I listened to it on my way home from work, and I was just like, oh shit. And the idea of ChangeZ was always there, but I just never knew how to get the ball rolling. And then when he sent me that, I was just like, okay. This is gonna start everything off. So
you had the idea. So let me just step back real quick and tell anyone that's listening. ChangeZ is out. ChangeZ with a Z is out on all digital platforms currently, as we're speaking. Just released. Newest album.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's why. That's kind of why we want. I mean, that's the reason why I reached out to you.
I thought you just wanted to talk to me. That's it.
That's man. The main reason. I've been wanting to talk to you, but I was
Hey man, cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
Here we go.
So, and it's a fantastic album, dude. I really enjoy it. I have a list of like my favorite songs, but as I listen to it, and I think I've talked to you about this already.
Yeah.
The way that you write your songs, it's lyric dense. Okay. And so every time I listen to something, I'm unpacking it a different way each time. And I love that because it's, it means you put intention into what you're actually trying to speak. It's not like you're feeling the vibe and then saying whatever, which you may be, I don't know. But when I listen to it, I'm hearing this and then this and then that, like 6 different ways that you could have approached the situation. You explained all 6 in one lyric. And I love that. So
thank you.
So my favorites list may change as I listen to it more. So
thank you, man.
I have to say too, my wife, I think you've met her. She came to
French Fest. Yep. French Fest. Yep.
She's super great. We sat and listened to your album a couple times, and she loves it too. So yeah, we're big fans.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that big time, man. I think one of the biggest things I was like, something I was kind of nervous about was just the reception and shit like that. And that's part of the reason why it took me the whole year to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Really had to find the most cohesive. It wasn't really the sound, just how everything rolls in together. One thing I've always been big on is like treat the music like I look at the music like water. You know what I'm saying? If the current's smooth, everything's flowing into the right direction. Right. It's kind of like being on autopilot and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had a raft, it's just
Yeah, you don't have to steer it or anything.
Man, it's
no
just gonna
paddling.
Exactly. You're gonna take it wherever you're going and shit like that. So definitely was like, all right, let me pick this, let me pick that. And then also too, man, being an artist, sometimes it's frustrating because people want to do songs with you, or they may say some shit like, hey man, let me get on the album. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because like it just doesn't.
You're creating something.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
this is your creation. If you get the wrong hands in there, not that those artists are make bad music or whatever. I mean, the vibe's not for what you want right there. And, you know what I mean? You might want to change it.
Yeah, know? And it might go into because at the end of the day, it's my project.
Right.
So
right.
You may be
your name's on it.
Exactly. So I have a direction that I want to go, and that's another thing that I think a lot of artists like have to realize is what direction are you wanting to go, knowing that before anything. Again, that's why it took me the whole year. Like the idea was to highlight changes I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? Not in the sense of just physical experiences, you know what I mean, or personal, anything like that. Maybe just styles, the beats, or even just the relationships I built.
Yeah, Reebok Classics.
Man,
exactly.
Beautiful track, man.
That's a good one.
Beautiful track.
Yeah, so that's what the album is a culmination of all your changes.
Yeah,
and then in music form. Yeah,
so and it's more of an ode for the album's for my day ones, my fans, because if they've listened to the first projects that I've ever done, like back in high school, all the way up to this point, you'll realize like A, Jay hasn't collaborated with a lot of people. B, he's mostly been doing his own beats, and C, there are other parts of his albums that are like in this one. Damn, Jay, I really fuck with you.
Yeah,
that's my homegirl from Brooklyn. I just met her this year. I got another chick on there, Reject, where she's like breaking up or whatever.
Yeah,
and she's like, we're not gonna have another date or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's a homegirl from Michigan. Just met her this year. And then my boy Bruce, shout out to Bruce, he did the vocals on that same track. So it's inculcating different things into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's also like me showing trust to people. Part of the reason why I haven't collaborated with anyone else really is because I don't really trust people.
Yeah, not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? But this album, I love it that much because it shows like, I opened up my heart a little bit more and started trusting people.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, we executed greatly.
It is a fantastic album.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, I love it. So that's what ChangeZ is about. I had a couple questions. One, I guess, you've been doing it since high school.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But when did you start pushing it to streaming platforms? Because everything I could find was like 2020.
Yeah.
And so that's where my knowledge of all your music comes from.
Yeah, so streaming platforms 2020. I didn't know anything about it really until like
everything else was on SoundCloud? Is that?
SoundCloud and Bandcamp.
Oh, okay.
Bandcamp is like my earliest work.
Yep.
Earliest work, like literally. All right, it's anybody who's like looking for older Black J music.
Yeah, give it to them.
Go to Bandcamp. You'll find my first ever mixtape. The beats, incredible. Me rapping. I'm great now, man. But if you're listening to this podcast, you never listen to me. Go listen to that first, and then progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then, like,
watch the story. Watch it all unfold.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. I think when I first really started noticing you, maybe on Twitter, was Coal Miners. And Coal Miners was so solid.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you.
That's on my favorite list. My Spotify favorite. I use Spotify, so.
I'm sorry, man. I don't hate Spotify. I just have an iPhone, so it's Apple Music and shit. It's easier.
I have an iPhone too, but before that, I had I got used to it.
Yeah, I wish Spotify did lyrics.
That'd be cool.
I wish they had that. That's it.
Apple does a really good job with that because you can literally read the lyrics as it's going. Yeah, I think they do GIFs and stuff, but it's way harder to. I don't see very many with lyrics. I've seen a couple, but not a ton. You're right.
Yeah, that's the only one.
But every Apple Music, every Apple soundtrack has that.
Oh yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, especially for your music, it would be nice to have that because it's so lyric dense.
It's actually on there.
Oh, is it really?
They're all on there. So anybody who has Apple Music, Lyrics are right
My
there.
wife does, so I'll have to go look at her stuff.
Oh, yeah. Use her phone and shit.
Exactly, yeah.
I want to listen to Jay's album. Give me your phone.
Be cool with that. That's awesome. And they'll give you listens on both platforms.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Spotify.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the coal miners, man. My guy, Gold Soul Rebel, shout out to him.
Yeah.
That's a homie, man. We just started working together like late last year. It's funny, man, because I just got done telling this story last week. I did a interview, my homeboy in South Bend, and I was saying like, yeah, so I met Gold Soul. I actually heard about him through a mutual friend. It's a homegirl of mine. She showed me his music, and I was like, okay, maybe there's like one or two of his songs that are good. The rest of this shit's probably gonna suck. Nope, all of it was good. So I hit him up. I was like, hey man, fuck with your shit. Shit's dope. You know what I'm saying? And then I followed him on Twitter. He had said something that he said something interesting that not a lot of people know about, that I knew about. And so I hit him and we just had like a small conversation about it. Nothing really productive there, you know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, late last year, he hit me up and was like, hey bro, we need to collab, man.
So he must have caught on to your stuff then.
Yep, I'm guessing because like between that conversation on Twitter and then the time he hit me up, I don't think we really had a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he must have came across some of my stuff, and I have to ask him about it. But he came across my stuff and hit me. And the funny thing is, that Coal Miner song, I just bought that beat the week before he hit me and said that.
No way.
With him in mind.
No way.
Yeah, with
That's
him in mind.
crazy.
Yeah, with him in mind. So when he hit me, I was just like, bro, like I just fucking bought this beat because shit. So I think like
that's so crazy.
Yeah, it was like, you know, divine timing and shit like that.
That's great. He has really good lyrics too. The one that I just always gets me is "Quarter on Me Like I'm at the Laundromat." That kills me every time because again, there's like 6 different ways.
Bro. Yes,
I love that. I love that.
He's amazing. He is amazing, man.
I understand exactly what he's saying. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we did that track, did the video, and then we worked on the project, and rest was history.
So were you working as in the project as ChangeZ?
No.
You guys did a project. Unearthed Gems, which was all of. There was how many songs was on that? I did listen through that.
Okay, I want to say like 5.
Okay, yep.
We recorded more, but we just picked 5.
And Coal Miners was inside of that.
Yes, sir. It was I think it might have been the first track. Yeah, first track. So yeah, that dope project, man, and it was actually his idea to do it.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was like, man, we damn near might as well make a project.
Yeah,
and he was very gradual with it. So after we did the song, he said we should do a video, and I was like, I don't care, fuck it, no problem. After that, he was like, shit, bro, we might as well do a project. So I didn't mind doing it, but so this is late last year when we're having this conversation. The goals for me this year was, because I do this series called Shades of Black. They're on my Bandcamps. Okay. I just take 9 beats from some of my favorite producers, rap on them, and then I'll do 3 of my own beats and rap on them.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, just kind of like mixtape type shit.
Yeah.
So I had that in mind. I had a project with my boy Dre Taylor. We had a Black 90 shit that we was working on, and then ChangeZ. Those are the 3 shits I want to work on. So I didn't want to interfere with anything else. So when he said it, I was just like, yeah, we can do it. But I was like, okay, well,
where am I going to fit it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it to overlap with anything else. But it turned out great. You know what I'm saying? It's perfect, and I'm glad we did it. Like, I'm glad he mentioned it, and
it's cool.
It turned out dope, man.
Yeah, and the video was legit too. I mean,
shout out to Carl 20K, man. He killed it.
Is he the one? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, would you say a lot of the people you collab with are I mean, they're all local, but would you say they're like more in the South Bend area, or I don't know if that's what I just perceived, or if that's not the truth, or
Nah, I mean, I don't
you don't go specifically to South Bend, like I have to work with these guys.
Yeah.
Wherever you kind of connect with.
Yeah. It's more like whoever makes something that I want to do. And you know, first to start out and you know, just Elkhart, there's a couple guys that, you know, I worked with and shit like that, and you know, to this day, still great.
Yep.
But then, you know, we started to pick up steam in South Bend a little bit, and you know, I think Gold Soul Rebel was that pipeline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was your connection in.
Yeah. And it's not like I was like, all right, I'm going to use this guy to get
in. It just started happening.
Yeah, like we did this shit, the coal miners, and I didn't realize how much impact. And
that's cool.
Yeah. So guys from South Bend start taking notice, and then they make shit that I like hearing.
Right.
So it's like, oh,
so you might as well collaborate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be
pulling everyone up at that point.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's super cool. So, okay, let's we go back to ChangeZ a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, so that's something you've been working on all 2021.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
we into 2020 as well? 2020 and 2021 or?
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard the Black Frequencies project I did.
I might have. There's one song on there where they're changing the radio.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And it's like literally 3 minutes long.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I thought about it later. I was just like, I should have just made it in a minute, man.
No, it was good.
Yeah. But
I have listened to that album.
Okay.
Or that project.
So that one was supposed to be ChangeZ.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was supposed to be ChangeZ.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. But again, I had to make an audible because that project was the first project that I made that it was like, okay, this is the direction I want to go in. I did a few other ones, in 2020. I did 5 in 2020, I want to say. I did one with my boy Q. We had the No Bars Left Behind. That was a Hold On was on that one. I did the Shades, the first Shades, and then the first project that was on DSPs of the year was Different Colors for My Flowers. And that was the first project I did in like 4 years. So, yeah, so it's just kind of like
getting back into everything, yeah.
Exactly. So, I think when Black Frequencies came, that was the sound that I wanted to go with. And I had to pull an audible and be like, you know what, I'm not going to call it ChangeZ. Like, we're just going to roll Black Frequencies because ChangeZ, I want it to be bigger. And this is going to have to take time because Black Frequencies was literally like probably 4 or 5 months that it took me to make it.
Really?
Yeah. So, it was like, I don't want to,
Yeah, because you put more into ChangeZ. Way more into ChangeZ.
Oh my goodness, so much. I've been so anal with like, been very aggressive, like taking care of all that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying, with ChangeZ, and it was like, I needed to sound really good. Like one point, there was 30 tracks.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, the attention spans are not great for that.
Yeah.
So let's narrow it, and even fighting like 17, people are like, it's kind of long. I was like, sure. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't know. If you make good content, it doesn't matter.
That's the point. Yep.
Yeah.
If it's content, it'll roll right through. That was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you get something that you're like, man, I like the 5 minutes of this. If there was, what was it, like 43, 47 minutes?
Yes, sir. 43 minutes.
Yeah, 43 minutes. So, you get to the 40, it's like, man, I wish there was another, 30 some minutes of this. This 5 minutes was awesome, but that's all I have. I wish there was more. And so that's what that was. I was like, oh, this is so, it was good.
And you'll get 10 tracks for 43 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you can do 17.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. And I get that from I'm a big MF Doom fan. Like,
yeah.
The first project that I got put on was Mad Villainy, and that was the black and white album that had his face on it, like in black and white and shit. And I think there was like 21, 22 tracks on there.
Oh wow.
Right, but it was like maybe a shade under an hour. I don't know, but he would have like 2-minute songs, minute and a half songs, and to me that concept at the time was like
phenomenal.
I'm like,
it's brand new. Yeah.
Whoa, like that shit's like it's like fast food. Like it's good. And, it's quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then the next one to the next one.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what? Let me do that. So
I like that. I want you to do like a 15-minute song too. Just like one straight 15-minute song. I'd love to hear that too.
I think one half of it's going to be me like sleeping and then wake up.
I think you could put together like I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to do stuff.
No, I might make a 15-minute track, but it's going to be
7 minutes. At least 7.
We'll the process of me making the song. That's going to be it right there. Just hear me rumbling around in the background.
What I liked about ChangeZ too is you brought in a bunch of different like ElderHostile and Sin and a bunch of different
shout out to Elliot, man. ElderHostile.
He's great. And you just brought in a lot of, and was everyone on that made a beat for you local?
Nah, so I think off top, I want to say there's probably like 6 or 7 different producers.
Okay.
That created it. out of the okay, hold on, let me do a roll call real quick.
Yeah.
So there was Sin.
Yep.
Shout out to Sin. There was
Sin with a $.
Sin with the $.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. NSGTS, ElderHostile.
Mm-hmm.
We had EXO. We had me. So that's 5 local. And then I had 2 guys from New York.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. Jay Bell. He goes by Groovy J on Instagram. He's dope. I fuck with you, bro. And then my guy Cole Metzo. He's from Yonkers, New York.
Okay.
Dude's like Elliot's age and shit, like 21, 22.
I'm just making beats.
Crazy as shit, man.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir. But yeah, and when I first played it for a couple people, I said there was like 7 different producers on here. And like,
you can't tell.
You can't.
You can't. They all have the same direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd be like, oh, one person made all these, or 2, maybe 2, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting 7.
Mm-hmm. The I didn't think about it until like later, because you know how sometimes you do something and then you find out about something later and you're just like, oh, okay, well, it makes sense why I did that. Like, that's dope. So ChangeZ is my favorite rapper of all time, and his Blueprint album,
okay,
like one of his most infamous.
Yep.
During the process of making that album, he had, I think, 3 producers work on it. 3, I want to say 3, but the goal was to have a specific sound. So it's just kind of like you bring them all in a boardroom. Okay, we're going to sound like this.
Right.
So however you want to do it, that's fine.
Cool.
But inculcate this type.
This is the direction.
Exactly. So when you listen to the album, you're like, this could have very well be done by one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there was 3 guys.
That's interesting.
So with this album, with mine, it's like one person could have created this whole album, produced it. But it was like 6 or 7. So it's like, shit. And I didn't even tell him like, I want this. No, I said, hey, I like this beat. Let me get it. And
it all flowed together. It was that stream, dude.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great. And I love too, like, there's parts of it, or I mean, like with Goodfellas, right? You get that Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And I knew exactly where that was. Yep. I was like, I've seen that part of the movie. But then, so you're thinking about the movie, and then you come into the song. And I love that. Was it Goodfellas that you had multiple people on? Yeah,
so those are my guys. Me, Dre Taylor, Quentin Dub, and Devontae Lyrics. 10% baby. Shout out to y'all. That beat, actually, man, the funny thing about that is I switched that beat. That beat, what you hear on the album, that's not the original beat.
Oh, really?
I can find it. I'll play it for you, actually. I'll play it for you after the podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's going to blow your mind. Like,
but
wow.
So they listened to that beat and rapped, and you just took their vocals and put it onto...
No. Those are rewritten verses.
No way.
Yeah, so we did I sent them the first beat, and they liked it, you know what I'm saying? And when I heard it, I was like, okay. And again, this is why it took a whole year, because you sit and listen, and you're just like, I don't know, man. Like, something's feeling different, because Reebok Classics, those 2 guys was Go So Rebel and CL7B. They're part of a collective called Tribe 7 out in South Bend. Shout out to Tribe 7.
Shout out. That's awesome.
That shit sounded great. And so following that track, it
did sound great.
Right. You know what I'm
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, I need that. Something to follow it to sound that great. I don't want things to sound out of order.
You want 2 punches.
Yeah.
Instead of just one good punch.
Right.
You want that knockout. You want to make sure it is.
Because the most features are kind of in that pocket right there.
Yeah.
So it starts with Sin on Black Star.
Yep.
Reebok Classics will go So Rebel and CL7B, and then Goodfellas.
That's where all the collaboration happens.
Yeah, that's everything the meat and potatoes. Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like we needed to make it good.
That's awesome. Here I have notes. I'm gonna pull my notes.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I went on a work conference, and I was on my plane ride. I just sat there and was listening.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you what, it was tough because I just had that 43-minute.
Yeah.
Complete. No, it was good. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I think this goes with this song. This goes with that song.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I kind of pull it all together. I love, it was great. So I have my own kind of list of like where I think the songs start and stuff. So I might actually have some of it wrong.
Yep.
But man, yeah, Goodfellas was so good.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite ones.
Reebok Classics.
Yes, sir.
There's a soundbite I think at the end where he's talking about vodka, China. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Paul Mooney skit.
Is it Paul Mooney? Okay, I was trying to figure out who the comedian was. I knew it was a comedian, but I didn't realize who it was. Most of the sound bites inside of changes, I understood. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard this. I know what that's at.
Yeah.
That was the one I didn't.
That was a Paul Mooney skit. He has a stand-up called Analyzing White America. And so this is happening like right after, sometime after 9/11.
Okay.
So, and what he was talking about in that little spiel was about how people that are in like government positions and shit like that, just selling government secrets and stuff like that to whomever, just for whatever. And he's like, man, you get a black person in there, it's like, look, these are white people's secrets. I ain't gonna make it out of this, so I'm gonna need something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need some collateral. This shit ain't gonna work.
1,000 cases.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? My woman give me more money than this.
Yeah, exactly. That's hilarious. I didn't know the whole context. That's so true. Yeah, we're selling our souls, man. America sells its soul.
It's crazy.
Real fast.
It's crazy.
We're seeing it too. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Started with 9/11. Probably started before that too.
Well, hey.
I mean, yeah. We can pull out the tinfoil hats in a little bit.
What's the guy's name from the InfoWars?
Alex Jones.
Yeah. Get him on there, man.
So in my other podcast, the one I do with my roommate, I pull out my own alter ego and I call him Timon Jones.
Timon. Oh, I like that.
I go crazy. I had this whole like earlier this summer, I was talking about how they're turning our cicadas gay. Because like how he's always talking about how like they turn the frogs gay and this and stuff. So I was just going on my own rant. Those are some really fun times.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. Sometimes I just pull him out. Tim Jones.
Oh my! I love his voice, man.
Yeah, his voice is this like beautiful raspy.
He sounds like a Rusty.
Mm-hmm. He sounds like a Rusty.
He does. He sounds like a Rusty.
Yeah, real Rusty. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Alex Jones is crazy. He's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I get some inspiration from him. I'll say that.
Yeah. No, I mean, he said some interesting things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying... let me preface.
Because, go for it, yeah.
Yeah, because I know there's certain things that you may say and people might be like, oh, you're supporting this.
Yeah.
No, I think everyone says something interesting.
Yeah.
I treat people like buffets. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it makes sense for you to take on a whole entree of just a person.
Right.
Take what you like, leave what you don't.
Yeah, because everyone has a different point of view.
Yeah. Everyone
has like a look, and even they might be the worst person in the world, but they might have a little bit of something you can learn from.
Exactly.
I worked at Goshen. We would do like homeless meals.
Yeah,
and it was in Cornerstone Church, which is over by Tony's famous grill is.
Yeah,
on the other corner of it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, and we would do a meal every single day, and I would come and help, and you would just, I mean, there's not great people.
Yeah.
But racist, homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but they're all homeless.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But some of the stuff you'd hear from them is like, oh, I can learn a little bit from this.
Exactly.
Even though this person isn't a great person,
right.
It's so complex. A person's so complex too.
Yeah.
You can't just like, it's flying it down to a 1D image. They're like,
yeah, and I think that's a tough thing. Sometimes we're like, I hate to be that guy, but like, with like cancel culture and shit like that, like it's very. I understand the behind why they cancel people and shit like that.
Yeah,
because I guess if you feel like if these things are adding up, then this is exactly what it is. This is the conclusion that we're going to come to, and that's that. But facts over feelings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so they may say this, and that, and it may be fucked up, but there might say something where it's like, okay, I understand that. Okay, I agree with this.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from that. Just be an open book. I'm not saying like join their coalition.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying boom. But
give them money and become part of their cult. Don't do that stuff.
No. Just kind of you're
understand.
Yeah, weigh your options. Just know.
Yeah. I know some of the stuff that, I mean, I don't know if you listen to Joe Rogan at all.
No, not his podcast. I don't really listen to it that much, but I've heard a few things or whatever.
He's got. I mean, he's a big podcaster, but he's brought on Alex Jones a couple times, and he talks about how Alex Jones was the first one who told him about Epstein back in the 90s.
See, look.
So like, there's some truth that he has access to now. Maybe a lot of it's bullshit. But doesn't mean that there's a sliver of it that's good. So if he's been talking about that since the 90s, he knows some stuff.
The truth sounds crazy to a lot of people sometimes. It does. So,
It does. Especially when you got the media telling you what. Yeah. I don't want to go crazy.
Look to where we are now.
Yeah, look to where we are. Let's go back and change this. Back to changes. Let's change the subject.
Let's change the script.
So I'll tell you the song that I currently am just like nonstop listening to.
Okay.
Is the Kickback, man. Kickback is a fire song,
man.
Dude.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So can you tell me about, because I'm anyone who you should listen to ChangeZ.
Thank you.
For sure. But also listen to Kickback. Just go and listen to Kickback real quick and tell me that's not a fire song.
It hits harder when you're at a kickback.
Yeah. Does it really?
Kickback.
Yeah.
It does, man. So I made that beat, and
okay.
So like if you listen to the beat, you'll notice like you guys are gonna get a really good interview now. He just pulled out the Modelos, man. You guys about to get a good interview.
I wrote that down. What did you say? Modelo solving all the problems.
You see?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Shout out to Lemon Shandy as well. You may mention the Lemon Shandy as well.
Bro.
I'm telling you, dude, I listened to this album a ton, bro. I really enjoyed this album a lot.
The impressive thing is like you didn't have the lyrics. And you're picking this out. You know what I'm saying? So this is really impressive right now. So
I was like, when I was listening, I'm just like, yeah.
I'm questioning on if you wrote it or me. Like, I don't know. Actually, what I say, Lemon Shandies get me out of funks. Mm-hmm. My homegirl, shout out to my homegirl Felicia, man. She actually bought me Lemon Shandies for my birthday. And she gave it to me late. And the song 997.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one of the earlier tracks.
Right. That's,
second one?
Yeah.
Third one?
Third. And that was the one that I mentioned, the Lemon Shandies. So I was actually a little slight depressed around that time, and I hadn't written a song in a minute, and I just got drunk off those Lemon Shandies, and 997 came out.
No way.
I write better when I'm drunk. I don't know why.
Yeah, write drunk, get it sober, right?
Oh my goodness.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kickback, man. Kickback. Yeah. So I made that beat. I think when I first made it, I knew like with the effect it was gonna have. Just kind of listening to the beat and just nodding my head, and I was just like, oh my goodness. So the style that I like, the first part where it was like eyes low because I'm high, you know what I'm saying, having the echo and all that shit. I don't really do shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like this is new, you know what I'm saying? It's more for me, it's just the bars.
The bars were so good.
Just come with raps.
Driving 90 on the bypass.
Man, look. You know what I'm saying?
And so I was like, this is so good.
My man, thank
and I'm
you.
like, I've done that. On 20. I'm thinking you're driving. I'm mentally driving 90 miles per hour on 20.
Yeah.
And heading straight to, wherever.
Yeah. You know, so it's like
find the short. Yeah.
Sometimes you got a homegirl. What's that one meme where it's like, something can't come over. My parents aren't home.
Right?
Yeah, then it just shows you on the way there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Scooter. Somehow, on your Heelys or whatever.
Exactly.
You get there.
Like ETA says 30 minutes. You get there in 10, man.
Right.
Like,
I said, yeah.
Let's
ETA
go.
Says, that's the exact line.
Yeah, I'm saying.
That's so beautiful.
I'm pretty sure anybody's resonated with that and the youth and shit like that. Like, hey man, I'm gonna go do it. But yeah, once I did the beat, I knew it had to be that style of a track. I sent it to a couple people just to kind of get like feedback. So throughout the whole process, I'm finishing songs, sending it to one or two people. I have a friend named my boy Manny. He's from out here in Goshen. He is the official test guy for Black J's music. Okay, so it hits Manny first, and then it's on DSPs after that. So if I don't get the thumbs up, y'all don't get the projects.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah,
that's a shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny, man.
That's legit.
Mm-hmm.
So you heard that, and what Manny say right when you heard it?
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what the hook says, I like my weed and my drinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Weed and drinks. It's a kickback. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely some shit that the drums hit really good in the bass. That's another thing I had to really make sure that if you're gonna play this at a function,
it's gotta pop.
Yeah, it's gotta pop. Mm-hmm. People like bass. People like, just a chill vibe sometimes. But that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hits in the speakers and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I found. I was like, man, this is just you're just hitting on every single cylinder.
Yeah, and then the raps are gonna come. The bars are easy at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the back of your hand at that point.
Yeah,
you know where you're gonna go.
Well, especially if you've been writing since like high school. You know what I mean? You've worked that muscle so much. You've like really flexed that muscle.
It's muscle memory at that time.
What's your writing process like?
So one thing that ChangeZ does that I thought was always interesting, he does these things called entendres.
Okay.
And so an entendre is basically, hold on, let me do some ASMR real quick.
Yeah, that's what the people want. That's what they're here for.
Okay. So an entendre is basically, you can say a line and it will have multiple meanings in that line, just like we were talking about initially.
Mm-hmm.
You took it 6 different ways.
Right.
One way may be correct, or all 6 may be correct. It'll work either way. It's like a palindrome.
Yeah.
So it reads the same way, front and back.
Front and back.
Exactly. Yep. So the line can be, read either way.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be correct every other way. Every way that you read it, it's going to be correct. So
no matter what angle you look at it.
Exactly.
It's going to hit, yeah.
So I practiced that a lot in my early 20s, late teens, especially when I figured that out. And so now it's just kind of like, all right, let me just, whatever the first line that comes to my head, we'll go in that direction. I look at the last bar and may make a connection to that. So I either it may just be poetry on some poetry shit, or it may be like, let's do punchlines. But it's all depending on what that last bar is. So I know what direction I'm going in. So
gotcha.
The 997, I say 30 on my waist.
Yeah.
I call it Steph. That's what a shooter do. 31 more. I call it Steph. It's a shooter too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I said
you apologize for the gun bar, and I was like,
no.
I'm like, give more gun bars, bro. I love the gun bar.
Sorry, dog. I couldn't help it.
I loved it, man. I was like, sorry, but yeah.
No, you're good. But it's just kind of like looking at shit like that, man. It's like, all right, like for that, for example, I'm not a street guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gangster rapper, but I grew up in communities where that shit was prevalent. Yeah. I can't help it.
Yeah,
I like that shit. I listen to music like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I say the 30 on my waist thing. Okay, well Steph Curry wears 30.
Right.
Okay, that's what a shooter does. Like it shoots.
Yep.
Well, his brother Seth, his number is 31.
Yeah.
It's also it's like English too, man. Like you put a comma, it separates the sentence a lot better. Yeah. So 30, one more. It could be 31 or 31 more.
Right.
I call it Seth. That's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I pay attention to shit like that. And
that's beautiful. You tie it all together.
Yeah. And another thing too is like, when guys do punchlines, sometimes the punchlines are so obvious where they'll be like, I'm the shit like a septic tank. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. But me, I'm going to like slip something in there and you won't even like literally. And this is why I encourage people, if you have Apple Music, read the lyrics.
Yeah.
Read the lyrics because it'll blow your fucking mind to be like, I did not catch that.
Yeah.
I got my boy Leroy. He just sent me a message this morning, and he was just like, "Bro, I'm still unpacking a lot of the lyrics that you put in some of this shit, man. Like it's crazy." So over time, like he called me earlier this year, and so I think like over the summer, and there was the Black Frequencies album, and that was back in November 2nd, and he was like, "Bro, you said a line about LeBron James." And I just caught it. And it was that dire that he had to call me while I was at work.
To tell you.
Yeah. I was like, no one ever, and somebody just called me yesterday about the album.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm just like.
That's because you write that, dude. The way you write is just so, it's so dense, dude.
It hasn't sunk in. Like you create something that you like. So, you do this, you like how it turns out.
Right.
And that's all you really care about. Right. Obviously, sure, it feels good to get, some appreciation or someone to say like, hey, you did a good job. But you don't base your next moves off of what someone says. So for me, it's like when I write, I think this line was pretty dope. I like it.
Right.
And then someone's just like, oh my goodness, that was incredible.
Yeah.
So,
And then they validate you, but it might be like a year later, right?
So, man, look, it's a fucking year later, man. I had one line in my first project last year. I said, I can't remember the line fully, but it was basically some shit about like a vasectomy and shit like that. And I think I used the word was it vas deferens, which is basically the little string or whatever that attaches your testicle to your body. And so I was basically saying like, this person, a vast difference between, you and me. So you may have went nuts on the track but I bodied the track. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, if you think about like the testicle area, sorry if I'm being too graphic. Sorry, Pops.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pops. Yeah, but, you know, a vast deference separates.
He can handle it.
Yeah, you'll be
right.
Man.
He has some balls. That's all.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, man. He knows what's up.
But yeah, the vast deference, you know, it's in between the body and, you know, the testicle and shit like that. So that's true on both sides. And again, that's an entendre. It's true on both sides. But also there's a vast difference. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Vast difference between you and me. So you may have went nuts on this track, but I bodied the track.
That's crazy.
Vast difference. So it's, you know, it's all about wordplay and how you say things and shit like that. So
and how you enunciate it and stuff and put it together.
Oh yeah.
It's really interesting.
But you know, I'll hear feedback from that like months later, a year later.
I take that. Nuts on the track because they're just the nuts and then you're literally the body. Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah, you may have went nuts. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's cute, but I bodied this shit, bro. They're going to remember that for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, no one wants to get in a versus you. You know what I'm saying? They will. They'll be fine, but it'll be like 10 years later, and people are still uncovering how bad you like bodied someone. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, I think another good thing about ChangeZ, man, is, you know, doing the collaborations and shit like that, and just meeting other people. I'm getting to know them on a personal level too. It's kind of helped me to like not be so close-minded to other artists in the local scene and be a lot supportive. Yeah. There's probably, man, off top, and I'm not trying to sound cocky.
Go for it.
This doesn't mean that anyone else sucks. It just means I haven't really tapped into them a lot. But I could probably think of like 2 or 3 people that if I ever did a versus with them, that they would beat me.
Really?
Yeah. And it depends on the ramifications. So if we're just playing tracks, yeah. But if we're actually performing the tracks, if you've been to a Black J show, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's not a walk in the park.
That just comes with time, though.
Yeah.
And being comfortable with it. And, I mean, doing it over and over and over again until it's like you said, second nature. You've written so many entendres that you know how to craft an entendre.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you'll do so many shows. I'm speaking this into existence, but you'll do so many shows that it's like a show's not even like a thing for you. You know?
Yeah, I just started performing last year.
Yeah, 2020, huh?
Yes, sir. I've been doing this I've been doing music since 2010, and then I just started performing last year.
That's crazy. That's a 10-year. That's kind of great too, though, because you've had 10 years of honing your craft.
Yes.
And now you can come on, and it's like you've put the time in. It's not like this is your first year doing it.
No, not at all.
And that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Where do you? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, where do you perform? Like, where's like a spot that you regularly perform? If there's people in the 574 area that wants to come and see, like, what would be like or they just gotta follow you on all social medias to?
You're gonna have to follow me on social medias. I don't have permanent residence at a spot
you frequent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of all over the place. You're going to catch me in 3 cities, basically. Goshen, South Bend, Elkhart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did a show in Fort Wayne, I want to say in like October. That was my first time performing in Fort Wayne. And it was cool. The crowd was shy.
Okay.
Yeah, the crowd was shy. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. That happens. And that doesn't rattle me because, you know, not to sound like, you know, some cocky motherfucker, but hey, man, I put in enough work in my music. I'm not worried if the crowd's like, this guy sucks. I'm good. You're just shy. And that's fine. It's like, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not worried. But yeah, mostly it's going to be in Goshen, South Bend, or Elkhart.
Yeah.
I'll frequent. I actually have a show this Saturday.
Okay.
At Rocky Button. We have a thing called Homegrown. My homegirl, Remy, shout out to Reminiscence X. She created this baby called Homegrown. Homegrown Hype. So it's just, you know, a collective of local artists, and we perform at this venue, and it's usually a dope little occasion.
Yeah, you will be performing more for sure. I mean, I just see it. I'm gonna see you every weekend at Goshen, Elkhart, and South Bend, bro. You'll be performing. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see after.
I know the raps aren't paying you yet, but
not as much as I'd like to, man. But you know, we did the album listening party on Saturday, and that was first of all, it was the first time I ever put something like that together.
Yeah.
That was something that was like an idea, and I was thinking at first, I was like, I'm scared because it might not come together the way I wanted to. But it actually did. You know what I'm saying? And we were thinking like, okay, well, do we make it intimate?
Is it a big old party or is it a kickback? Or
How
do you want to go?
I like that kickback. Okay, I see what you did there.
I see, yeah.
But yeah, so we ended up making like a little public thing, and then we live streamed the whole event, and we had admission and shit like that. And my biggest fear was admission and providing drinks for everybody. We had charged $3 at the door, and then I went and bought like a 24-pack of Modelo's. So it turned out that everybody was bringing their own alcohol.
Nice.
And no one had a problem with paying $3.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So it was just kind of like perfect. And then the artists that were there performing as well, like they did a great job. So it was just a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys will release your music and then see how everyone, and like almost just watch as people are listening, because a lot of people who came had not heard anything before.
At all. Yeah. I know the last Rocky Button, so the first Rocky Button show I ever did, for the Homegrown Hype was, man, I want to say like sometime last month or whatever. And I performed, I think I did like a 20-minute set or whatever. And I got done, and there were like, a few middle-aged, men and come up to me and was just like, and obviously alcohol gave them some type of like influence. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
like we curse.
Yeah, so I was just kind of like, I don't know how to weigh this, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. But they were just like, hey man, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? You remind me of like good music, man. And I was like, all right, man, appreciate it, bro. And a lot of people, that was their first exposure. You know what I'm saying? And again, I put my shit on DSPs back in like March of 2020. I've released 10 projects up to this point. And we're talking like last month was, people's first exposure to me. So it's like, in my mind, keep those letters lowercase than your rap name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not there.
You're not there, yeah. Yeah. It's a growing thing, but there's momentum with it too. Mm-hmm. That's just how it goes.
Oh yeah.
DSP is a digital streaming platform.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the Apple, the Spotify, what else? Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. I don't know how they do that. They have Amazon Music. They have Amazon
Google
Music.
As well, maybe?
Google Play and shit like. No, not Google Play. I'm sorry.
Google
Music.
Something.
YouTube. They also have a streaming platform, and it's also going to go on Tidal. Yes, Tidal. Which, by the way, if you're an artist, and you put stuff on DSPs, check your emails for anything Tidal related. Tidal is doing a thing now to where artists, fans, if they listen to an artist's music a certain amount of times, their subscription percentage can go towards you. So you can.
Oh, no way.
Yes, sir. Tidal just announced that on Twitter, like, I want to say like last week or 2 weeks ago.
No way.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was paying at the time for like a family bundle. I was paying like $20 a month for Tidal.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like let's just say if I listen to like, if I listen to me a lot, you know what I'm saying, a percentage of my
$20
goes towards me. You know what I'm saying?
Monthly.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So
I know like streaming is literally you get paid jack squat.
Dog.
Apple's double.
Yeah.
Than Spotify and everything else, but it's like 0.3 of a cent or something like that, or even less than that.
Man, look, all I'm gonna say is I have over 11,000 streams on all DSPs, or at least on Apple, since March 6th of 2020, and I don't think I made $200. I don't know. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, So if you have Tidal, stream local artists, your subscription, part of it will go towards them. So you'll still be paying your whatever you pay, but part of that will go towards the artist.
Did Jay-Z sell Tidal though? Mm-hmm. Did he sell it to Twitter?
Jack Dorsey, yeah.
Yeah. That kind of stinks.
It does.
But I don't want to get into it. But yeah, I mean, we can't get into it. I'm just like...
I have him on the phone. I'll call him right now.
Jay-Z, what's up, man? Like, what's the memes where I just saw on Twitter recently where was the little girl come up to him and asked him
I know exactly where you're going with
believe
this.
in yourself, right? He's just gonna say, just believe in yourself, man.
This is what I took dinner for. I should have took the 500,000.
I should have taken 500. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What the
exactly.
fuck? Yes. You ask any motherfucker from a small town, man, Elkhart County, we're taking a 500,000.
Yeah. 100%.
If I want Jay-Z gems, I'll just listen to his music. He's dropping them everywhere, so it's like you're good. Just pay attention. He's not gonna tell you anything different that he's already told you.
Yeah. He's passive. Speaking of Twitter, let me just, today you tweeted something about that one girl who was rapping about keeping her chin up, and it's a white girl, and you know what I'm talking about?
Just today?
It was like today, or it was either yesterday.
She's
it was
like beep 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 beep. Oh my fucking goodness! Man. Yeah, I know you're talking
bro,
about.
I laughed so hard at that.
Yeah.
You're like, if I'm drunk, man, don't get mad. Or you said, if I'm somewhere and it comes on, it's gonna be. Yeah.
All right.
So I went and listened to the song, the full song,
the actual song,
almost 1 million views on YouTube.
Oh, her song.
Yeah, not the remix that the guy did.
Okay.
Because I wanted to look, and I'm like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So. Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
This is some inside Twitter stuff.
That's
right
fun.
here.
Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, I'm a part-time comedian, so if you go on Twitter,
yeah,
there you go. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired of my raps, go on my Twitter. You'll enjoy that. Yeah, man. So like, actually, the song that they made fun of, or it's the song that they said she sounded like. I've gone to like my fair share of like Mexican parties and shit like that, like quinceañeras and like carne asadas and all types of shit like that.
Yeah,
and you know. I'm known to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you should have seen me at this wedding last year, bro. Or no, a couple years ago, bro, and like at the Lerner Theater.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it was all these old white people and me like just dancing and shit like that. Bro, I was doing the fucking floss. Like I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like some 12-year-old kid and shit.
I love that.
But like we were fucking going crazy. But you know, if you see me at some of these like Mexican parties, get me drunk, play that song. And anybody who knows that, I don't know what the song is called off top.
Right.
But it's like a fucking beep and shit like that. And there's actually a line dance to it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, sir. So you get me drunk and
line dancing to that.
Oh, I'll be line dancing. And the tempo speeds up sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, you know, you'll lose weight. If
I've
you dance to
seen,
this shit.
I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen Snapchats that were, they're all line dancing to that. And it does speed up. You're right. The tempo does speed up.
But yeah, the song that was, I ain't never heard her.
No,
I ain't never heard that shit, bro. I was just like, who the fuck is this?
She likes to party, TT.
Does she? Well, yeah, man.
That's what the song was or something. I don't know.
She needs to come to a Black J show, man. I'll have her come out there, man. She could party there.
Yeah, it was weird. A weird YouTube video that I stumbled on, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. Shit like that is like, those are the real geniuses right there.
Yeah.
Influencers,
it's like the Friday song. You know what I mean? Like how that got so big off of nothing, you know?
Rebecca Black. Rebecca Black J collaboration on the way.
Yo. I'd actually be.
Speaking to existence.
Yeah, speaking of existence.
Yeah. I remember that shit. I remember the first time I heard that I was in a drawing class. I want to say like 2012 or some shit like that. And they were like, you ever heard that Friday song? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they were just like, Rebecca Black. It's like, nah. They play that shit. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, that's
turning that shit off.
It was a pop in the, a flash in the pan, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
I felt bad though because like at the time you're a kid, you're just like, oh, this bitch sucks. But then you get older, you're like, you know what? I don't think we were her target audience. So it's gotta be like kind of insulting for her to be like, I wasn't talking to y'all anyway. Like,
yeah, I was talking to 12-year-olds.
Yeah, like you guys are sending me death threats and shit like that. I was like, I was not talking to y'all.
I know. I don't know if I like looked up Rebecca Black afterwards. Like, I mean, recently to see kind of what she's doing. I think she has OnlyFans.
Excuse me?
I could be wrong. This could be just me making stuff up, but I think that's the route she's gone.
If Rebecca Black has an OnlyFans, I am subscribing today. I am subscribing today.
Yeah, for all of the jokes I made about you, I at least owe you something.
Yeah, not even for the I don't care what she does. Like I just want to support, man. What?
Support her. I might be wrong. I might be getting her mixed up with something else. And I could be totally lying right now. I'm just gonna like right now just tell you right now I could be totally lying.
Could you imagine how wrong you would be? It's like I'm not even doing that.
Exactly. Nick goes your collab because I just
it's like no asshole. You believed on.
It's crazy. I appreciate people just going out and putting something out there though. I mean, that's what you need to do is just put content out there.
Oh yeah.
Her stuck, and then everyone just flamed her for it. But.
Yeah. You know, it's like that's the price of fame, man. That's why I say I don't remember what song it was. Oh, Black Star. Said, fuck the fame. Let me get the checks.
Yeah.
I don't care about that attention and shit like that. I mean,
Get some money.
yeah, man. I mean, you're already seeing like, I think Ice Cube got in trouble sometime last year. When it came to like, you know, vaccinations and shit like that. And I don't think he said anything as far as like, don't get it. I think he had more or less said something about do your research. And you know, and to everyone else that probably looked like, oh well, he's saying
don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. You know, it's just like, all right. And again, the conversation we were having, where it was just kind of like, just weigh your options when it comes to things that people say.
Yeah,
just be smart. That's it.
Don't take it all and believe them, and don't let them make your decisions for you. But listen to what they have to say, and then you got to discern, dude. There's so much in your in life where you have to like, you listen to a lot of stuff and you discern. Yeah, you're like, okay, let me think about this. Let me think about that. And some of that stuff hits, and some of it doesn't. You know. Yeah, that's just. And that's being an adult. Yeah, you know?
And I know me and Abe, we had a conversation on Instagram one time, and the perfect explanation, or no, way to describe it was the book called "If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, He's Probably Gonna Want Some Milk." If you give him some milk, he's probably. So you give someone an inch, they're gonna want a mile, man. Yep. So it's just kind of like, hey man, we have to all be adults and shit like that, and discern and
keep growing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, let me take us back to ChangeZ again, because there's another.
Oh yeah, we're still talking about that.
Yeah. Again, if you have not streamed it, if you have not paused this podcast and gone and listened to at least a couple songs, do that now.
Please and thank you.
And then come back, and then we'll. But yeah,
so what is your? Will all make sense. The Alex Jones references will all make sense when you listen to
it's threaded throughout the whole album. The person who actually says "damn Jay, I really fuck with music" is Alex Jones. She's homegirl from Texas.
Goodness, bro. Could you imagine? Damn, Jay, I fuck with you.
Damn, Jay, I really fuck with your music.
Oh my goodness,
yeah, exactly.
That'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious, yeah. What's your song? What's your favorite song on that album?
I just answered this question last night. My boy Lane McDonald, man, hit me
up. I know Lane.
Shout out to Lane, bro.
Have you ever been to one of Lane's parties?
No.
In the barn?
You know what's funny is Lane has not invited me to his party.
Yeah, that's rough, Lane.
Lane, we got to change that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if he's had parties in a minute. It used to be back when he was at college. So maybe maybe the era has changed. Okay. And maybe he's not doing it intentionally, but yeah. There were some bangers at Lane's. There's like the shed behind his house.
Okay. I don't even know where Lane lives at in Goshen, but Lane, I just dropped an album, so we got to change that.
Yeah. That would be legit to have a show, right? I thought, yeah.
Saying.
Yep.
Saying.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
But
house show at Lane's.
He asked me that last night, and because he really likes the St. Ides track. Yeah. And I like that song, because it was the first one that I recorded, but also because like the way it goes at the shows now. I learned how to perform it really well. Yeah, so I like that one. But the Goldberg track, which is it's got the it's got that sample in the beginning where the guy's talking to the rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was the one that Elliot did. He produced that one. Yeah. So I sent him the clip, and I said, man, just make something soulful, bro. Just come back to me when you got something soulful. He's like, all right, cool. And then sent that, and I was just like, yes. I wanted to walk out of work that instant and go record.
No way.
Yeah, like I spent they was only giving us like a 10-15 minute lunch break. I spent the whole break writing.
Wow.
I didn't even eat. I was just like, fuck it, bro. Like I'm trying to get this shit done. Like, so as soon as I go home,
this is hitting. Yeah.
This gotta go.
The creative juices are flowing right now. I can't.
So St. Ides, Goldberg, and Goodfellas. Those are my three favorites.
Okay.
And I sang a lot because every track I like. It's just those three are like I feel a certain way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't tell you my favorite.
Go ahead.
Is that okay? I mean, they're all great. Love Lost.
Ooh. Hold on. Why do you like that one?
I just know it's just like it vibes, bro. I like
vibes. Okay.
All I wrote was I can't think of anything that like popped off.
Okay.
Deep. If I listen again, I'll tell you. Let me go back and listen to it and tell you why I liked it. I just was on the plane. I'm like this song. I'll tell you what I did.
Okay.
So I did this in 2018.
Okay.
It was called Kanye Madness.
Okay.
It's like March Madness, but you take all of Kanye's songs
and bracket them.
Okay. And I finished with a Ultralight Beam. That was my favorite song of all Kanye's.
Wow.
Kanye's discography. So I kind of did that with yours.
I like that process.
Yeah, and just like play, and maybe like seed 1 and seed 16 are going to be different.
Yeah,
but they're 16 and 8 or whatever. They're competing against each other. So maybe if I was to switch it around, I would come up with a different process, right?
Okay,
but yeah.
Okay, so if you do that, let me know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that out there and see if other people want to join, because you know how ESPN does like the bracket. I'm going to be like Joe Katz and do the bracketology and shit like that. Exactly. We got first 4 in, first 4 out type shit. But yeah, I'll give you a little insight on Love Loss, actually.
Yeah.
I produced that one.
Maybe there's a theme there, because so far everyone that you've said that you produced are the ones that I'm like, this is what's up. But go ahead. All right.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. The point of the song was it was a breakup song, but with music. Yeah, because I've had moments, and even before the release, like, I shit you not, bro. Literally, I was just like, this is the last time I'm dropping. I'm not rapping no more. I'm not doing anything art related. I'm just gonna go work, and I'm gonna go get married, have kids, and just ride off into the sunset.
You were thinking that?
Literally, before this album dropped, that was it. But I wasn't done tightening everything, and so once I got everything tightened and everything perfected and just where I needed it to be, I kept listening to the album, and I was just like, nah, man, I gotta keep going, man. I'm sorry, I have to keep going. Like, this is good. But yeah, so that song Love Loss is basically a breakup song. So if you listen to my verse at the end, I say, I was young and dumb, but now it's motherfuck music. Like,
right.
Fuck music. I'm done. So it's the whole verse is basically just me being young and stupid and thinking like it's going to give me, the riches that I desired or give me the happiness that I desired. But you go through that point doing music where things are not working out.
Right.
And it's
the
like
turbulence.
Exactly. It's just like a relationship. It's just like, it's not what I thought it was going to be. But if you just quit and walk away, that's how you're going to handle every relationship after that. And every challenge that comes your way after that. So it's like,
and you'll run away from it.
Exactly.
You'll spend your whole life running.
Right.
And that same problem's going to come after you over and over and over and over again. Exactly.
So
sometimes you just got to deal with the problem.
Exactly. Well, you're married, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in the vows, they say what? In sickness and in health.
Yep.
And
death do us part or whatever.
Exactly.
Right.
But it never said anything about happiness. Right?
Right.
So that means that you guys
gotta be happy the whole time, and if you are, then if you're not, then you can get out of this clause or whatever.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So
it's work, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so much more enjoyable. I'm not married, by the way, but I'm not stupid, and I listen to those vows. I've been to a fair share of weddings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to hear them alive.
I heard you got drunk at one.
Oh, yeah, we were just talking about that. That was my favorite one. I told them I was somebody else. It was like, who are you? And I was just like, oh, that's me right there on the list. But
my name is Abraham Medellin.
Shout out to Abe, man. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
So good, dude.
That's my guy, man. He gets mad sometimes. He might get mad. I'm not gonna say he gets mad. I think he might get mad because every time we do like some shit or I shout him out, I always tell him like, hey man, the whole reason I'm performing is because Abe, he split his set in half for my first ever performance. My first ever one was supposed to be at this environmental center in Elkhart. But there's a headquarters in Dodge. There's a venue in Elkhart. They do local art and shit like that, local artists. And Abe was supposed to perform there. And he cut his set in half so that I can perform.
No way.
Yep. So that was the first time I ever performed. And ever since there, it's just been kind of like, okay, learn from this performance, take it to the next one, and then also pay attention to people that are really good at performing. So him, and then my guy Jesus, he's an amazing artist and amazing performer. So it's like, let's pay attention to how they do things, inculcate into your set. Obviously, don't take from them.
Right. Yeah. Don't copy them.
Yeah, but learn how you can.
They're making mistakes. And you can see, oh yeah, I don't want to do this, or you see things that they like, and you're like, oh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Put it in.
Exactly.
Work it in. Yeah. No, that's beautiful.
Just learn how to interact with the crowd and just kind of make them feel involved and shit like that. And that's what's gonna be memorable for them. So when they walk away, it's like for the album release party. The tough thing about that is like, I'm gonna play all these songs in front of y'all and perform them. You have to wait till Tuesday to hear this. Yeah, so it's like teasing. What was the Geico commercial with the guy at the fishing pole with $1 on it? Yeah, I was like, I got you $1. Yeah. So it was just kind of like that little instance. But like I said, with the Love Lost track, music was like that. My wife.
Yeah. So the breakup song was with music.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I was picking up. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. And you thought you were gonna get married. You thought you were good, but now it's like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I'm obviously I'm at a different space now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're you guys are gonna get more Black J music.
Good. That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no,
you're broken up with it, man.
We're gonna get more. We have more in the tuck. Like next year's gonna be crazy, but
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Which next year's only like a month and a week away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
I know, man. Like this whole year,
5 weeks away will be next year.
I swear to God. I mean, even with like other than 2020, man.
Yeah.
With the pandemic and shit like that, we were thinking like
flew
like crazy.
Yeah.
Like
it's
crazy.
March and you blink and then it's like November 2021.
Swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. What else? What other ones do you like?
Okay. So I told you kickback. Mm-hmm. I think kickback's like my one. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because I relate so much to almost everything in that. I mean, cause my wife, she lived in Mishawaka.
Okay.
And so I would drive that bypass,
hit
90 just to go see her. Her fine ass.
So this is
I would.
Oh, yeah.
I had to, dude. It was so good. So I like, and when we were listening to that, both, like I said, we both were sitting listening to it. And we were doing something. We listened. We're like, wow. Yeah. Is there something to this? So there's like a connection between the two of us, I think, there.
Yeah.
But then Black Star, dude. I love Black Star as well. Those are my top three.
Black Star. So my guy Sin.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a producer too. Sin is dope as fuck, man. He has really good experience, like over in LA and shit like that. Like he lived out there for a bit, and then he's from here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he's from South Bend.
Okay.
Like he says it in his verse, like born and raised in South Bend. But he lived out in LA with his family for a little bit, and then the experience that he got out there, he brought it here. And the one thing that's
sorry, yeah, there's someone's just breaking into the house. We're here.
It's live, by the way.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. But now, so like the experiences that Sin had, it kind of just confirmed that everything that I was thinking that was accurate. So I traveled to New York a lot. I haven't been since like July of last year.
You lived in New York for a bit, right?
No, I never lived there.
Okay.
I have family. I have family from there. I still have family that lives out there. I haven't met them yet, but I have family out there that we were actually supposed to meet them like 3 years ago, but it just never worked out.
Yeah.
But I have family out there in New York and shit like that. So and I have a lot of friends in New York. So I just go out there to go visit them. So whenever I'm out there and shit like that, like I kind of pay attention to how they do things. And I actually had I guess I'll put this out there. I actually had like a kind of like a little label meeting and shit like that.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put that out there, or I went out there to meet up for that last July. And it really clicked when I noticed how the people in those bigger cities, so like we're talking Chicago's, LA's, New York's, maybe even like the Floridas or like somewhere in Texas.
Orlando or
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dallas.
They do ones. Yeah, like they do this thing where they like help each other. So we have people that are videographers, photographers, producers, rappers, engineers, anybody in the journalism field who all work together. So they support each other. And so when I noticed that, like doing all this traveling, I was just like, that's how, what I'm saying? I feel like that's how we're supposed to do things. Like, I can't expect that one day Dr. Dre is going to give me a call and be like, hey man, I was on your Bandcamp and I listened to Black Frequencies, bro. Like, I want to fly out to LA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, so when Sin came around, we would sit and chat, and then Sin would tell me like, yeah, man, like we all need to come together and work. That's what's going to work. And when he said that, I got it instantly. I was just like, finally somebody else that thinks just like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that Black Star track had to throw Sin on there.
Yeah, he crushed it.
Had to throw Sin on.
Did he rap on that?
He did. He was the second verse.
Yep.
I did the beat to that one again.
Can I tell you what the? All right, so I do have to tell you this. My battery on the GoPro is dying here soon,
that's fine.
So we'll probably have to wrap it up. Unfortunately,
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So good, dude. It's so
I know,
good.
bro. It's not.
We've done an hour and 20 minutes.
Did we?
Yeah, hour and 16.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. This just feels like conversation right now.
This is. I love podcasting, bro. I think it's. I'm assuming it's Quentin.
Yeah, Quentin.
Whose verse was something about country grandma. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is that him? Is that Quentin?
Yes, sir. That's him.
Dude, Quentin. I don't know what it is. The way he came across that song just connected with me. Like I really connected with it. I was like, dude, and it was so authentic. Yeah. The way he came across on that verse was so authentic. So I just want to shout out to Quentin. Did I meet him at the?
He was there.
Okay,
he was there.
So yeah, I didn't fully introduce myself, but he was nice there. And then the way he's. I imagine this is totally just me imagining. Is he introverted, kind of quiet, or no?
He was right on the nose.
Was I? Okay,
yeah, right on the nose.
Sometimes I can pick up.
He's kind of like Elliot. You know, it's kind of like Elliot's kind of quiet, but you get him open up.
He'll just you got to trust people.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with not opening up to someone you don't know. That's a great thing. Like there's I think wisdom in that. But, once you feel comfortable with someone, you trust them, then you feel like, okay, I can talk to you.
Yeah. And I think out of all the people that I work with, the closest, first of all, as far as songs, the best collaborations that I make are with Quentin.
Really?
Okay, because I've known him for 9 years. We've been working for 9 years together.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's my confidant right there. That's my right hand. That's my ace. Like that's my guy. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, like he's because when I first started working with him, he hadn't recorded. Like the first time he recorded was with me.
Oh really?
Yeah, so just kind of seeing the progression and shit like that. And like not even last year actually, like 3 years ago. That's when he like finally got enough confidence to put together a project.
Really?
Yeah. And so, so from there, he just like took off and shit like that. And like now, man, like he's amazing.
That's cool.
He's fucking amazing, and he's holding his own and all types of shit. So yeah, no, he's come a long way. But yeah, he's definitely like he's not the most like social person.
Yeah. He's not going around talking to everyone.
Yeah. Like
it's okay. That's totally fine.
And I'm kind of like a social butterfly. So if he gets the nod from me, then he's like, all right, I'll open up to this person. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool though. That's a good relationship. Mm-hmm. No, when his verse specifically stood out to me, and I was like, this is really cool. I really I don't know. He crushed it. So
thank you, man. That's gonna mean a lot to him. Shout out to Quinn Dub, man. Yeah, y'all go check out all his projects. You know what I'm saying? He's got some shit on the works.
I got some stuff. All right, man. Let's wrap it up because this will die here soon. What ChangeZ with a Z,
yes, sir,
which will be linked in this YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys are listening to this. It'll be linked in the show notes, so you guys can check it out. Mm-hmm. And stream it 24/7 for sure.
Yes, sir.
When you're sleeping, just turn it on and let it go. Yeah, put it on mute.
It's good.
Just get the streams in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you listen to this like in your sleep, you have to get rid of your dream catchers because this album will replace that. Like you'll be all you spiritual chicks that use that shit.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. Listen to the album.
Listen, I know you guys are into astrology, and he talks a lot about astrology. And take the astrology out and start just looking at there's 17 different tracks, and depending on what day it is and your sign, you can correlate with the track and listen to one specific verse, and that will tell you the future for your day. Trust me.
I tell you what though, like real quick, I'm not trying to like drag this on and shit like that. No, so you might have heard it. It was the fuck your Pisces, your Leos. Yeah. I got in trouble for that. Like,
no, you didn't.
Yeah, like I was doing a video shoot for that, and I did it, and then one of the girls was just like, "What you got against Geminis?" And I was just like,
"That right there. That's what I got against it. The way you come at me by me saying whatever sign that you put about." Yeah, exactly.
I don't have anything against it. I had one chick tell me like, "I'm a Libra and you're an Aries. We're not gonna work." I was like,
"Okay,
what the fuck? Come on now."
Okay,
I'm not who you think I am.
Well, I was born in March, so my sign equates to
March what?
March 26th.
Stop.
Is that when you're born?
Wrong, 24th.
No way. No way.
Yes, sir. My brother's 25th. Yeah.
No way. Okay, so all right. I hate this because I think there is a little bit too. We'll have to finish this.
Yeah.
But I think there is a little bit to like the astrology stuff because I'm an outgoing person too.
Yeah.
And you're an outgoing person.
No, I agree with some of the stuff. A lot of stuff.
Discernment. You got to have discernment.
Yeah. Look, hey man, look. It's like a buffet, man.
Yeah. Okay. Where can they find you? Let me give a shout out to where they can find you.
Okay. On Twitter, I am blkk_j. On Instagram, I am blkk.j. Also, I paint. So on Instagram, I am j.94art. And that's all I want y'all to look for me on. And, on DSPs, Black J.
Bandcamp. Go back to Bandcamp. Check it out. Listen to his early stuff.
blkk.j. So.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Love
this
your
was
music,
fun, man.
dude. This was
fun.
Yeah, I don't think you knew what you're getting yourself into. But.
No, as soon as you brought the Modelos out, I was just like, we're going to have a good interview. We're good. You're going to get some juicy shit, bro.
It's some good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, folks. Thank you so much for listening to this full podcast. Again, I don't know, it's just crazy you guys listen to this content, and I really appreciate it. Go ahead and go like and follow all of Black J's social medias that he gave out at the end there. Pop a look at the show notes and follow the links to his album, ChangeZ. And please enjoy his music. I think it's wonderful. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So just go take a listen. Save a song or two for later and give him a couple of views. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Enjoy that. I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Golf Lessons with John on Facebook. He has been a sponsor from day one. He is a golf instructor in Bowling Green, Ohio. He's working on his actual official golf instructor license. There's this technical name for it, but I totally forget what it is. He's in Bowling Green, Ohio. He has a Facebook page where you can get tons of insights on how to become an amazing golfer. Golf Lessons with John on Facebook. I'll tell you what, do this right now. Open up Facebook. Ignore all the political crap and your crazy uncles. Go to the top of the bar, hit that search bar, type in Golf Lessons with John, and you'll get the purest knowledge you could ever get, and you'll be enlightened and become the best golfer in the world. A Golf Lessons with John guarantee. All right, let me see here. Make sure to just like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll be doing more long-form podcasts. I do want to say what's really cool is on Black J's album, one of the producers, ElderHostile, I actually interviewed him a couple of years ago. So if you want to go back and look up Timonspodcast, ElderHostile, episode 19, you'll be able to find him. I might link that in the show notes too. So it's cool to see people that are local creating and collaborating. I really appreciate that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have Black J back on my podcast, and we're going to get into some fun stuff. We only touched the tip of the iceberg. I really believe I could have talked to him for another 2-3 hours easily. There was no question about it. We were heading down that path. I had to go to my grandma's house right after this podcast, so we weren't able to give it justice. I want to do a 3, 4, 7 hour podcast with Black J. That would be a lot of fun. So maybe we'll see that in the future. Stay tuned. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Big blessings. Peace out. Catch you next time. This is Timon. Bye.